As you can see, we'll be doing some basketball here tonight as the Raptors will be taking on the Bucks. Let's get started. Let's see, this is a trade. I'm gonna have to decline that trade. There's the starting lineup for tonight. And enjoy the show, ladies and gentlemen.
The Bucks are always hyped to play in front of their home crowd. And tonight's no different. Some confident players coming through the tunnel earlier on. Thanks for joining our Tuesday night broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Doris Berg, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And our special guest at the broadcast table for this one, the celebrated Shams Charania. Hey, Shams, thanks so much for joining us tonight. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Kevin, thanks so much. Always fun to hang out with you and all your crew and talk basketball.
All right, I've told Doris and Greg and David, just buckle up because we are going to be on a great ride with you. Here are the five for the Raptors. In at the forward spots, we'll see Barrett and Barnes. Grady Dick is out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Pirtle in at the 5 down low. And for Milwaukee, the guard and off guard are Lillard and Trent. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. And it's Prince in at the small forward. So Shams, the Raptors finally traded their terrific wings, Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby. We know how the other teams that got those players made out. New York and Indiana, they were terrific and helped those teams. How did the Raptors make out when all was said and done?
Both of those players were upcoming fees. It was difficult to judge the trade market. But with that said, the Raptors were able to get draft picks plus young, exciting talent like Canadian R.J. Barrett and Emmanuel quickly. But let's factor in the biggest key here. It's Scotty Barnes. He is their future. He's their untouchable. He's who that front office feels great about as their cornerstone moving forward.
Love Barnes. Love it. Now here's Giannis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
First personal foul. And what I love about Giannis, yeah, he's a superstar, an MVP, a champion. But best of all, Giannis is an incredible ambassador for the game.
That one is off.
Yes. I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
So we can't get either to fall. And Barrett has got the ball here for Toronto. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Well, what did them in was all the missed free throws. It could have been a much different outcome.
I thought the frustration at the line was evident, and it makes it easy on the defense when you're not capitalizing once they put you at the free throw line.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
The shot's good from quickly.
And they only want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Giannis. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Boston.
The other thing I thought was big, guys, was the incredible night he had on the glass. No one wanted wanted any part of him down there.
And the Raptors with the ball, following the miss by Giannis. Fades. And it's quickly missing. The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Hey, Shams, no one is keyed on the league like you. Is there an under-the-radar trend that you're seeing around the NBA, or the next thing that you're anticipating may happen with the way the league will sway one way or the other?
Talking to executives around the league, it's clear that length has been very important, but having players that do multiple things and are versatile, that is of the utmost importance right now. We saw what happened with the Celtics winning a championship this year. I think that certainly is going to have an impact on how teams are going to build moving forward. Like the Celtics, you want to have players, 3 to 5 players that are playing heavy minutes for you, that are doing everything out there on the floor, not just one particular move.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Barnes kicks to Pirtle. Toronto working the ball around now. Barrett for 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. They trail by 1. Trent outside. No good with the triple.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Count it.
Love to see Barrett aggressively sharing the basketball. Wants to get it to his teammates in their spots. Nice.
To the inside. Prince kicks to Lillard. Giannis outside. Pass to Prince. 4 on the shot clock. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. A second chance effort. And it's Lopez laying it in.
Well, it's a solid awareness by Brook Lopez, working hard to get his team a second opportunity.
Barnes kicks to quickly. Shoots over Lillard. Rebound Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Kicks it out to Prince. No good on the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Dick, that's good.
Oh, good balance from Dick. Able to take the contact and still score inside.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Some power coming from the PG.
That's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
When you look at the NBA, Shams, any changes you'd like to see?
To me, it's having players stay healthy, right? I would love to have a rule that players just play and the top players are there playing the most meaningful moments of regular season games and allowing players to have freedom defensively. And the league can find plenty of other ways to discourage players, but to allow players to really be there in the big moments, to defend at a high level. And I would just love to have a healthy serum that we can spread around the league and keep these guys on the field.
I think here at the table, we're all nodding our heads, looking up and down. We all agree completely with what you're saying. Now Barrett. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles. And that one's good. Barnes.
This is a huge part of Scotty Barnes' development. Can he knock down the long ball?
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad.
And as you would expect, they came out on top in last season's series against this club, but no reason to expect anything different this time around.
You take nothing for granted. These teams are very familiar with one another, and we expect a close contest.
Now here's Lillard. He has 6. And the call will be against Emmanuel quickly.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul. Lillard with it. Guarded now by Barnes. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Yeah, Lillard has those ups. He can get to the rim when he wants to.
Barnes finds Barrett. There's the pass to Quickly. The three. Offensive rebound. Barnes outside. Fires from deep. Dick, that's good. Dick's got 12.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Antetokounmpo. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Another shot. And Pirtle sends it back.
Very hard to get a shot off over Jakob Pirtle when he's that tight on you. Too much size, too much length.
Dick passes to Barnes. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
You communicate so much with NBA GMs. You talk with owners. You talk with personnel people. You know, knowing what they do, what is an overlooked part of how they operate their day-to-day jobs with these NBA teams?
A few things for me, Kevin. It is the relationships with agents, with other teams. Are they trusted? Do they have the trust of others? That is of importance, certainly. And how well connected are they within the organization? How are they building their own front offices in their own buildings? But their thirst for information, their ability to use information to strategize, that is something that occurs every single day. Because if you know something is happening with a specific team, that could shape how you want to strategize your team moving forward.
Down low, here's Mobo. And again, it's Toronto converting.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Takes a shot at the elbow, and that one's good. Lillard, he's got 10.
Aggressive move by Lillard, attacking the heart of that defense.
Here's Dick. The rebound by the Bucks.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Raptors leading by 9. Passes it to Dick. Three-pointer. Kuzma pulls it in. Milwaukee's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And they'll get another chance. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Boy, being shot ready on the catch. Kyle Kuzma making it look easy.
So timeout called here, the first for the Raptors.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
Some changes here for the Bucks. Green comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Porter subbed in for Trent. And the Raptors with the ball. 7-point differential. Back to Ingram. Puts up a deep three. And he's good on the three ball. So Shams, when the league brought in that 65 game played rule, it sure seemed to motivate players to suit up.
Those awards aren't just about prestige, Kevin. They're about cold, hard cash. And every summer, we're going to see records set for the biggest contract in NBA history. Every summer that goes by. And that certainly has an effect on players wanting to play and players being in the lineup. Now with the 65 games played rule, there is an incentive for all NBA team and different accolades.
Yes, well said. Toronto with the ball after the miss from Bobby Portis. Walter, good.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Bucks trail by 12. Here's Porter, and there's the drive, and finished off by Porter.
Mercy. Watch out. Kevin Porter Jr. coming through with a nasty dude.
Shoots the three. Toronto gets it back with a new 14. Here's Boucher. And the three off target. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Milwaukee. Wide open look. Boucher with the rebound.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Here's Walter. A beautiful reverse layup. Walter's got his second bucket.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
When he's going, KPJ is a deadly offensive player. can beat you in so many ways, including off the bounce.
Here's Shed. Hasn't made one yet. Takes a three. Hands it from downtown. And the Raptors lead by 13.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
And finished off by Porter.
Serious hops from Porter on that one, slamming it down with authority.
Toronto shooting an impressive 60% early. Here's Shed, covered by Lillard. Lets it go with a three. Walter, good. Walter's got 7 points in the game.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
Now here's Ingram. After the miss from Damian Lillard. Boucher, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Here's Porter. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. He's got 8.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Shed. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Shed's got a couple of threes now in the first for Toronto. 36 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Lillard, the pass to Portis. It's tipped. To the paint. Here's Kuzma. Second chance shot. Back to Portis. Tries it again. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Ingram outside. From outside the arc. And again, Toronto with the triple.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
With the end of the first quarter, and what a blowout already in this one. Toronto ahead, running away with this one. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
The other thing that's gone exceptionally well for them tonight is the shooting they've displayed from beyond the three-point arc.
So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post positions. Kevin Porter is out there with Green, and it's Kuzma in at the 3, the small forward. Hey, Shams, it seems like with these younger teams coming, we may be witnessing a transfer of power in the NBA. What do you think?
It's really due to the parity that we're seeing in the league, and we haven't seen this much parity in a really long time. It's wide open for teams in both conferences, in the East and West, to claim that top perch. We have to give the league a lot of credit. There's tons of parity.
Which I think is leading to expansion talk, correct? We've got so much talent right now, we can kind of let it ooze out a little bit to some other areas.
Certainly expansion, a couple more teams in the league, but the league really loves where they're at now. And any given year, anyone can win.
Nice shot by Portis. Portis has got his first 2 points.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Here's Abaji. And there's the foul. It's on Chris Boucher. That is his first foul of the game. The Bucks making a switch here. Trent's checked in. Bucks trail by 19. Porter kicks to Kuzma. Pass to Portis. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Shed. And again, no good by Toronto.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
And how about the attack there from Giannis inside, going right into the defense and still able to get the shot up.
The Bucks have not yet made a free throw in the game, 0 of 2 so far.
And thus far, really not their year when you talk about free throw shooting, only around a 70% clip on the season.
And hopefully he does not make the 2 shots. Of course, he went for the 2 shots earlier in the first period and didn't get them. So let's see if he can get these 2 here.
That free throw missing. Shams, you've been around the NBA for a long time now. Which players do you enjoy watching the most?
Greatness, especially the guys that are regarded among the greatest of all time, like LeBron James, like Stephen Curry, like Kevin Durant. You have to throw those in there. But this is a new era, a new crop. The Jason Tatums, Jalen Browns, Nikola Jokic, Giannis.
I got lucky.
Have to throw Luka Doncic in there. You have Donovan Mitchell, you have Paolo Banchero, you have Tyrese Halliburton, you have Joel Embiid, you have Tyrese Maxey, Jimmy Butler, you have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Devin Booker, Zion Williamson, Anthony Davis, De'Aaron Fox, Victor Wembanyama. So let's not have anyone here left out.
All right. They're all fun to watch. Bucks trail by 20. Antetokounmpo passes to Porter. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Lopez. Tries again. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And the Raptors making a change here. Pirtle's checked in. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Abaji. They get the rebound. Pirtle's shot is off.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Inside, Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
Boy, you love Lopez's effort. This guy dunking is easy for him, right? He's close to the rim, 7 foot. Come on now.
Raptors leading by 16. For 3, Barrett. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Barnes has got 4 assists now tonight.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
Hey, Shams, we know you've reported on so many big trades that did happen. Were there ever a few that were close to happening but may have fallen apart at the 11th hour?
I always wait until things are 100% confirmed, but listen, there's always a trade or two that's viewed as done but just does not happen, whether it's sours, whether something falls apart. There's always one deal or two that falls apart at the trade deadline or in the offseason. But I try to wait as best I can to make sure that when I report, it is confirmed.
Outstanding.
Oh, my goodness. Gary Trent Jr. saying, Pops, I got a little hops in my game, too.
Here's Abaji. Hits it from 3-point range. Abaji's got 6 in the quarter.
Their 3rd 3-pointer in a row.
Make sure they don't come back.
Porter looking it over. To the middle. Here's Prince. And the dunk by Prince.
Well, fast off his feet and up at the rim in a hurry. Taurean Prince with an easy one.
Right side, Barrett. Back to quickly. Pirtle trying to get open. Nice D from Porter.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it. Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Quickly against Lopez. And the shot goes in. Quickly's got 9.
That's about activity, determination, quickly finishing strong.
That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Onside Barrett for the 3. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Barrett's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Raptors. Timeout called the Bucks. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Brook Lopez started off, of course, as a post scorer, but he's completely reshaped his game over time, becoming a 3-point threat and a defensive stopper. He said, I tried to focus more on being a pillar at the defensive end, someone my teammates can rely on. I'm always talking in the paint, letting them know I'm there to back them up. Kevin?
He's got great communication skills, David. Thanks for the report. Damian Lillard's check in for the Bucks.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Toronto shooting their first free throw of the evening. The free throw drops for Poeltl.
Well, Jakob Poeltl, guys, may not be a stretch big, but what he does well is virtually everything else. He boards it. He plays incredible D, and he's a very good passer.
Toronto leading by 23, and out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Barrett. And he's as good as it gets from three-point land. In fact, the best percentage that we have in the league.
And you're right. He's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot. That's why he's tops in field goal percentage. Pass to Lillard. Back to Giannis. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. That shot wide open. Lopez has got 7 points for the quarter.
It catches people off guard to see what a smooth stroke Lopez has for a big fella.
Lillard against quickly. And there's the pass to Dick. Fires the 3. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And Lillard kicks to Trent. Going inside. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Poeltl's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Quickly the pass to Barnes. Barrett inside the 3-point line. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. 8 points for R.J. Barrett. Lillard fires away from way outside. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Some nights, Lillard can just keep going and going.
A 3 from quickly. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Trent outside. Back to Giannis. Passes to Trent. The 3. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Pre-shot preparation, so important. You have to be ready to rise and fire as soon as that ball touches your hands. Gary Trent Jr., yes, sir.
Barnes looking around. Pass to Barrett. Back to Barnes. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got 8 rebounds in this game. And Giannis throws it down hard.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. A different look from Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Green in for Trent. On defense, Toronto. Here's Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
Boy, smart decision from Kuzma right there. Skilled getting the basketball to his teammate.
And Ingram has got the ball here for the Raptors. They lead by 17. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Drills it from outside.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Kuzma against Ingram. Pass to Lillard. A 3-ball. That one's not going to go. Toronto leading by 20. To the paint. The pass to Dick. From deep. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
That's his 5th three-pointer of the half. Filling it up.
Milwaukee's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. To the inside. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Well, some of the numbers NBA wingmen have been putting up from the field this season are truly impressive. Have a look at the top shooters among them. Number 1, R.J. Barrett. Second, Brandon Ingram.
And that is such an efficient group offensively. That really is the best way to describe it. I mean, they never force anything and always wait for the right shot.
You know, in addition to that patience and efficiency, they're each extremely talented natural scorers. They've got the kind of precise form all young players would do well to replicate.
Here's Dick. From outside, off the mark. The Bucks shooting it very well. 54% from the floor in the second quarter. Kuzma. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Walter. It's Ingram on the wing. Puts up a 3. Drops in the tray. Ingram's got 9.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Oh, wasn't that wonderful? Easy to see why Shams has so many sources around the game. He's so easy to talk to.
Yeah, it's all about relationships at the end of the day. When the conversations come easily, that suits his purpose as a reporter.
Walter, good.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Lillard again missing.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Dick finds Ingram. Back to Dick. Ingram with it. Raptors moving the ball around to the left wing. Here's Shed. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Ingram's got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Outside, Green. They grab their own miss. Kuzma outside. Milwaukee, no good that time either. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Toronto ahead. They finish off the second quarter with a massive 16-6 run. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take.
Thanks, guys. Joined by Doc Rivers. Coach, what did you think of the effort in the first half?
Well, the effort's fine, I guess. Defensively, we got to be better, so that's part of the effort. But they're just scoring too easy. They're throwing us around. They are so much more the physical team right now, so we got to pick up our physicality.
I'm sure that will be discussed thoroughly before the next half. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Where it begins, if you're new to the channel,
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hit that like and hit that notification.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It's Toronto with the advantage at the half. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, give us your take.
Well, they went downtown and threw a party, and fortunately, we were all invited. The key is their shooters weren't afraid to pull the trigger on open looks, and it's a blowout right there.
And Shaq, what do you think about Milwaukee?
It's their defense that's put them in this spot. Giving up easy looks all over the place. It's like they don't have even a game plan in place. Check out the field goal percentage that they've allowed. Well, that's not going to cut it, honey. I don't even want to talk about it no more.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. A fantastic game from Grady Dick in this one.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. You talk about dialed in.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
And checking out the group for Darko Rojakovic to start the second half. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Dick is out there with Emmanuel Quickly. And it's Barrett at the small forward position. Doris, it's great to see the excitement that surrounds women's basketball currently, isn't it?
It's great, Kevin, that these incredible players with a high skill level are being acknowledged, not only for that skill, but the quality of play, the competitive spirit of these women. They have worked as hard, and they should get as much recognition.
And Barrett has got the ball here for the Raptors. Quickly with it, guarded now by Prince. Passes it to Dick. From the arc. It's hauled in by Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And it's Lillard missing. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Barrett the pass to Dick. He's looking for Pirtle and finds him. Puts it up. Second shot opportunity. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Pirtle's got 7 points in the game.
Well, the hard work on the offensive glass pays off for Jakob Pirtle. Like to see that mindset from the big man. Goes back up strong as soon as he gets his hands on the basketball. Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Inside, here's Pirtle. Makes it off the glass. And it's 9 points for Jakob Pirtle.
The hand in the face does nothing to distract Jakob Pirtle. How about the size, the strength? Going to be hard to block this guy's shot.
Lillard misses. For Toronto, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Pass to Barrett. Three-pointer. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Barnes has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Giannis passes to Prince. Down low. Toronto grabs the miss. Pirtle's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Barnes. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
The pass to Pirtle. Over Lopez. Pirtle's shot is off. Milwaukee has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Doris, what this team likes about Jakob Pirtle, the combination of 7-foot size and great skill.
You know what, Kevin, to me, this young man has a nuanced understanding of the game. He sees the floor, so that means at his size, he can make on-time and on-target passes. He's a very capable rebounder and defender. There's just a lot to like about his game.
To the middle. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. Barnes has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Quickly. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Boy, Quickly getting a bucket on the interior. Nicely done.
Antetokounmpo passes to Trent. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. And that's Prince, that time on the assist by Trent. Prince has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Here's Barnes. Milwaukee with the rebound. Lillard, right side. Off the mark with the little step back, Johnny. Pass to Pirtle. Here he goes. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Brook Lopez.
Well, for a player with Pirtle's size, that type of play he needs to make. Get inside, draw contact, get to the line, be physical. Love it.
First free throw is good. And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
Kevin Porter's checked in for Taurean Prince. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Here's Boucher, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Boucher's got 5.
Now, this is a young guy stretching the big position, right? Chris Boucher very willing to rise and fire from downtown.
The Raptors have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. To the right side. Here's Abaji. That 3 off the mark. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Toronto working the ball around now. It's Solomon. It's Akumbo. It's Porter outside. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Giannis has got 6 assists here tonight. Here's quickly 11 points in the game. Pass to Abaji. Lets the 3 fly. Nailed from three-point land. 9 points in the game so far.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
Trent can't hit.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Barrett the pass to Abaji. On the wing quickly. Jacks up a 3. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Listen, if you give Emmanuel quickly a look from 3, there's never hesitation.
Pass to Lopez. To the inside. Trent gets the bucket.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And the pass to Abaji. Beyond the arc. Good on the 3-point shot. Abaji's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the Raptors.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Trent can't hit. And so quickly we'll bring it up for Toronto. Inside. Here's Boucher. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Boucher's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, you got to get to that in-between game sometimes. Chris Boucher getting to that mid-range jumper.
Pass to Lopez. There's the triple. Rebound by the Raptors. Pirtle's got 11 rebounds in the game. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. Let's see the stat sheet here for Scotty Barnes. Porter against Barrett. Porter, no luck. Here's Toronto now. They're on an 11-2 run. Shoots from the right block. And Barrett gets it to go.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
The offensive rebound. Tries to keep it alive.
Well, whether it's a defensive adjustment or he's gone just a bit cold, that efficiency has really fallen off this quarter.
To the paint. Passes it to Abaji. And it's Pirtle at the elbow. Over Lopez. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Yeah, they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Lopez outside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lopez has got 12 points in the game.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
Releases from 15. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. He's got 16.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you follow this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. With this break in the action, we can see the top passing teams in the league, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard. Number 1, the Raptors.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
And he knocks down the first one. A different look for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis has checked in for Lopez. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Gary Trent. And it's Green in for Lillard. Both free throws good from Pirtle. Here is Porter. He's got 13. Inside. And Portis throws it down.
And how about Porter Jr.'s court awareness? Excellent job finding the open man with the pass.
Pass to Walter. There's the 3. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Always a bonus when points come from unlikely sources. And you can see this guy's been working on that shot.
On the wing, Porter. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Mobo with the rebound. Mobo's got his 4th rebound in this one.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. And a moment here to check out the numbers for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Right around 25 points per, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it, to me, is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants. Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
And here's Ingram from the arc. Kuzma pulls it in. Kuzma's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Prince.
One of the hardest things to deal with Taurean Prince is trying to match his energy. This guy goes all out every time.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Toronto.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
It's been all Raptors. Here's Shed. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And a chance now to look at the schedule coming up for the Toronto Raptors. On Friday, they'll go back home and they'll be hosting the Detroit Pistons. Then on Saturday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the Boston Celtics. The first one falls. Both good from the line that time.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Poked loose. To the inside. Here's Mobo. The shot is good off the backboard. 1:15 left in the third. Porter kicks to Kuzma. puts it up from 12. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Pass to Mobo. The tray trains the three-pointer. Mobo's got his third basket of the night right there.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Porter outside. That shot off the mark.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Mobo can't hit. The Bucks shooting in this game, 45%. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Keeps it alive. Portis on the follow. Portis has got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it, because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. The Raptors out in front, running away with it. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Here's Rollins. So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Pat Connaughton. Then there's Rollins. And it's Green, and it's Sims in at the 5.
Yeah, Kyle Kuzma, we think of him as a scorer, but that was a tough target to miss. Wide open.
Wasted no time on that one.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Here's Rollins. It's good. Rollins got his first basket.
Well, what a job. Punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
Pass to Shed. Here's Mobo. Launches a 3. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Pass to Rollins. Shoots from 8. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Kuzma. Up again. Alter pulls it in.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change. And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Out to the right wing. Here's Mobo, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
Now the pass to Connaughton. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Here's Shed. And there are the Raptors with another bucket. Here's Rollins. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics, and there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent. I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Pass to Sims. Abaji pulls it in. The Raptors have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Mobo buries the 20-footer.
Assisted by
Mobo's got 16 here in the second half.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Pass to Mobo. Here's Walter. Rebound, Milwaukee. Kuzma's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And that's only his first miscue of the night. He's been unbelievably steady so far.
Toronto working the ball around now. And again, Toronto with the triple.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
You know, Doris, we know how physical the NBA is, but can you talk to the importance of mental toughness as well, and what it means for a player?
Kevin, I don't think a player can be successful in the NBA, and certainly a team cannot, without some level of grit and mental toughness. And what does that mean? How does that manifest itself? It means handling adversity. It means overcoming a key injury. There's a toughness required to be amongst the smartest, most resilient players or teams in the NBA. I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
To stop the run, Rollins. Pass to Connaughton. Fires the three. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Here's Abaji. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Well, major height disadvantage. He recognizes that and still able to score it.
Unloads from 9. Robinson with the block. And the whistle blows. It'll be on Pat Connaughton. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Damian Lillard's checked in for Milwaukee. And the Raptors also making a change. Barnes is checked in. Here's Shed. Buries it from three-point range.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Green with the rebound. Milwaukee's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And it's Green with the jam.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
The shot by Lillard wide open. And they recover it.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more.
Boy, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
Here's Abaji. He's defended by Connaughton. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9. Lillard outside. Looking to get it going. And that's 2 points on the way. Lillard's got 24 points.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Barnes up top, guarded by Kuzma. Pass to Mobo. Here's Abaji. Shoots over Connaughton, and the Raptors tack on 2 more.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Lillard, the pass to Sims. Lillard, right side. Can't hit from 12. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another. Well, this is what you're trying to do
put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them. You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from three is not the answer.
And it's Shed missing. The Bucks shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Throws it up high, an emphatic LU jam.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Out to the right wing. Here's Shed. His three-pointers off the mark. Here's Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 13 rebounds.
Punch it home off the bounce. Kyle Kuzma. That's playing with force, folks.
Shed. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Barnes has got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Lillard with it. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Pass to Shed. Toronto working the ball around now. And again, Toronto with the triple.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense.
Lillard scanning the floor. Rob. Here's Mobo. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
I'll tell you, you have got to have a short memory. You put a poor first half behind you, and you get to work here in the second.
Lillard, the pass to Sims. Doris, why is there so much parity around the NBA now?
Yeah, Kevin, I think the new salary cap rules have certainly contributed to what we're seeing in terms of that parity. Super teams are more difficult to assemble. The talent is more evenly spread. And obviously, it has made for a greater level of competition. What could be better?
And that gives him a triple-double. He's been doing it all, playing a fantastic all-around game and just filling up that stat sheet.
Lillard. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Lillard's got 6 in the quarter.
And if you look at the stats for unassisted jump shot percentage, Lillard can drain those pull-up jumpers as well as anybody in our league. He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
R.J. Barrett's checked in for Walter. That's a 2 from Lillard. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. Barnes has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Raptors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Here's Lopez. Lillard on top. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Here's Shed. They get it back. Here's Mobo. The layup off target. Outside Porter. And finished off by Porter.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Trying his luck from deep. Goes back up. And it's Antetokounmpo with the bucket inside.
Instincts and anticipation. Great effort here by Giannis.
Shed banked in off the glass.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
And it's Lillard missing. Here's Abaji. Misses there. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Owens, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Hit that like and hit that notification. And as always, be safe.